Now, one probing question today is, why not take politics from the hands of unprofessional politicians and let the experts handle it? For a national party that was founded in 2002, the Labour Party is too experienced to be neck-deep in a crisis, if you ask me. A factional national chairman of the party, Lamidi Apapa, has vehemently denied receiving 500 million naira from any quarters in order to scuttle the case of the party at the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal. He, Apapa, has also asked the party's flag bearer, Peter Obi, to intervene in the leadership tussle. Now, Obi watched agonizingly on as the warring factions clashed at the tribunal. Is it true there's no love lost in politics? Is it true?
Well,
or there's a love lost in politics?
I think what is happening in the Labour Party should not be unexpected, though it was established in 2002. But you see, the presidential race was like somebody who wants to travel, and then you just look for any car available. You don't care whether the car has engine, whether it has extra tire, whether mechanics...
Because nobody checked?
Nobody checked whether you have worked on that vehicle to ensure that I can go on that long journey. I think the Labour Party members didn't do diligent work. They just rushed into that election. The presidential election, look for a candidate, and the focal point was on the presidential election, not on state election. Not if we had the one was just because of Peter Obi. So the party, in terms of internal dynamics, was not well positioned, to deal with the issue of presidential election. So a lot of things were done in a hurry, without passing through due process. And I think that is the result of what you are having now. People can come up with all sorts of things that, he has taken 500 million and also, but the reality is that there are two major factions, in Labour Party now. And if care is not taken, it's going to affect the prospect of their success in this election. Because you cannot go, to this kind of election petition tribunal divided, when you are not even sure who is the party chairman. So, you see, and I am not happy about what happened at the court, because first I felt there should have been more security provided. They probably could have wounded that man or even probably killed him. I don't expect that kind of huge crowd at the appeal court. I felt there should have been enough intelligence gathering by the security forces to know that this kind of thing will happen, so that they should have made precautions to ensure that this kind of crowd were not allowed to come to that court. And I'm also not happy that the Peter Obi was there when this kind of thing happened. It's not good for the image of the party and also for the image of the Labour Party presidential candidate.
Yeah.
And I hope that the security agents, because I think the case has been adjourned to Friday, will ensure that this kind of thing will not happen again.
Yes.
So you have to take precautions. Because if both sides decide to mobilize their supporters, they might even attack the judges. There could be violence, there could be anything.
Chaos.
So we have seen the signals now, and I hope the security people will ensure that only lawyers and those whose presence, is relevant, to the case should be allowed to enter the court premises.
Jide, too early in the day for the Labour Party to belly ache.
My worry is that they have not picked up valuable lessons from the past. Labour Party once broke into two.
Before now?
Yes. Today we have Zenith Labour Party. It used to be part of this party.
Yeah.
So crisis is not new in Labour Party. People coming to say, somebody must have taken money, it's APC who are behind this crisis. I mean, it is this party.
Of course, both the PDP and APC did that.
They too have had their own crisis. That's the point. It is for Obi to show leadership. You are popular with your party members. Step in and solve this problem. Call them and say, gentlemen, look, this is embarrassing enough. Let's...
sheathe the sword.
Yes. I've not seen concrete steps that he has taken. And on a day like this, they were fighting. I learned that they even destroyed some property in the court premises. And you're just looking on.
That's it in your picture?
You know, there are more rowdy scenes than this. Maybe we didn't get it. There are far more rowdy scenes than this. You know, they were pushing this way. It would have been lynched. Papa would have been lynched if not for the security operatives who were there. The crisis, the issues that they are contesting in court, Abure is on suspension by the order of the court. And Papa is saying that in spite of the order of the court, Obi continues to work with him, see him as the party chairman. As far as Obi is concerned, until the courts decide otherwise, this is his chairman. That's the chairman who led them to those victories in the election. I sympathize with them to a large extent, but I expect them to realize that where a party begins to make progress, the kind of progress that they have made, they should not expect that contestation for power
will not come in.
Will not happen. I mean, it's foolhardy to think that, it will not happen. Has it not happened in the APC? APC and PDP, they are far more organized than the Labour Party. But you can see, even within them, they can't stop crisis.
These teething problems are a given in politics?
No, in our kind of politics where once you are leader, the bulk of the perks come to you, you have resources at your disposal.
But you can go back in your mind's eyes to the Second Republic. It was not this rowdy.
But we are not in Second Republic.
Okay.
We are not in, we are more than 30 years away from Second Republic.
I thought we should have learned new tricks.
We told, even now, even under this dispensation, there are lessons that they can pick up. But they are extremely emotional. I said, okay, these people are talking about forgery, that Abure and others forged court papers to enable some candidates take part in the election, forged stamps, logos. And the court said, okay, Mr. IG, investigate. The court affirmed that it took the decision to grant that ex parte order based on the findings of the police. Why are people not talking about that? Why are people just concerned with, it must have been bribed. It is APC that is behind it. Okay, when PDP had their own crisis, were they saying it was APC that was behind it? Even now in the APC, they have crisis over the choice of a presiding officer of the National Assembly. It will happen, crisis will happen. But how you get up to resolve the crisis is what really matters.
Yeah, I think the footage we are seeing seems to explain the thing more.
Maybe a bit. There were a lot of pushing. They were trying to tear his dress and all that. You know, they didn't want him to appear there. I think that obesity has work to do. I don't know who were the people who advise him. You know, you can't have a crisis like this, as influential as you are, as popular as you are within your party, you are unable to put your foot down and say, okay, let's resolve this. Because the resolution may lead to...
The presidential candidate is
like the leader
of the party.
Is the face of the party.
That's it.
The repository of the respect of the party is the presidential candidate. People voted for that party today because of Peter Obi, not because of anyone else. How many people did Nigerians know?
Prior to now.
Yes.
So these are very interesting times. Yeah. Politics, they say, you don't know a man until you give him money and power.
Yeah.
The real him will come out.
It's not a good signal, for this kind of thing to happen, because the Labour Party, in order to pursue future presidential or even electoral fortunes, It needs to give the impression that it can manage itself better, than the existing political party. It needs to give the impression that it's an organized party, and a party that is, has some high level of discipline. It's not good that we're having this kind of crisis at this initial stage. And I think with the goodwill that Peter Obi enjoys at present, he needs to know how to manage it. The leadership of Labour Party, they should also have some elders. The national, the neck of the
listen
party.
to.
They should have some kind of, a mechanism to resolve internal dispute. Because most of the time, when you go to court, the court decisions may not necessarily automatically resolve the contradictions. So the OB should be able to assert his moral authority. And that means he needs to listen to both sides and realize that both sides need to lose one thing to gain, something. You cannot have one side that will take all. You need to, it's give and take. So he needs to, put down his authority, his moral authority, so that he can pursue. Well, if he cannot resolve this crisis, the potential of even making any gains in the future.
As the Onyibo would say, there's a fine line between stubbornness and stupidity. At a time like this, you look at the picture and tell yourself, this is where I apply the brakes. Jidebo, Nigerian politicians don't even know there's a brake in every car.
No, the Nigerian politician is very greedy. Whether he's in the Labour Party or APC or PDP, very greedy. He thinks about himself, just himself, and members of his family. And if something will not come his way, he will prefer to bring the roof down. You will see people who lost election hands down. They will be saying that, oh, they stole my mandate. Which mandate do you have? Who stole your mandate? Can you stand before Ahmad Yoha and say that somebody stole your mandate? Can you swear before Ahmad Yoha that your mandate was taken away? This is the way of the Nigerian politician.
Or Ogun.
Those people. Somebody suggested some time ago that, look, don't give the Bible or the Quran to politicians.
Let's go traditional.
Let's go traditional. Honestly, because politicians make their loyalists to swear.
Oh, yeah.
By Ogun.
Unprintable things.
Yes. They give them gunpowder with water and all that.
They jump over coffins.
Yes, they jump over guns. Just even sometimes to give people 10,000 vote for me. To be sure that you vote for them, they make you do terrible things. Those politicians, if you are to swear them in as new governors, as lawmakers and all that, and you bring those deities for them to swear by.
They no go plenty.
Even any of them who does it will not steal money. You say, look, if you steal people's money, this and that, you will see that our national till will be intact. They will not steal money. They fear those gods. They fear those deities more than
that. A cynic. Wale, a cynic said, if votes really determined winners of elections, they would make a law to make it unlawful. But they say that's the nature of politicians, which is saying honesty is not there.
It's not as if honesty has not always been there. We had honest politicians in the past.
Few are far between.
Who are, people, in the First Republic, Second Republic, who are out to serve the country. And you know that at the end of 4 years, even when you look at the kind of life they have lived, you know that nothing fundamentally has changed. An example is, there are so many examples.
I still remember the late Balarabe Musa.
Balarabe Musa, I was in his house in Kaduna. You know that's a very simple man.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, the door was left open 24 hours. You enter, you talk to him. He was using one old Mercedes-Benz. So, people should...
The son was quarreling for a car.
Yeah.
He said, that car don't spoil, go repair and use them.
So people should know that public service is not private service. But in these days where you have people who are in the National Assembly, their children are abroad, the hospitals they are doing budget every year for hospital. Those same the hospitals they are building, they can't go there. Their children cannot go there. They just visit Nigeria. They are visiting Nigeria because their families are abroad. The schools they are building, they can't send their children there. So we need to redefine, the concept of politics.
It is
if we don't do it, it's going to generate a lot of crises that will even make us to be unsafe.
Gide, the former French president, I've forgotten his name now, said it was dangerous to leave politics to professional politicians. It is playing out here. Maybe he was thinking of us. Maybe not.
The average politician is devious. He must have had that in mind, because the politician thinks of elections. He thinks of how he can get to power. And he thinks of how he can use power to enrich himself, enrich members of his family. He's not constantly thinking about public good, And this is not limited to Nigeria. Politicians will do anything to take power. But if you need power simply to make change happen, real change happen, you won't get desperate the way politicians get desperate, So I don't know how much greed you can attribute to the politicians in France, but at least I know about Nigerian politicians. I know about them.
All right.
And we hope that they will turn a new leaf, and when they turn a new leaf, things will get better for our country.
But no wonder they say a politician is ready to die for his interest than for what is good.
That's what I'm saying, that they are not constantly thinking about public good.
Okay.